Speaking your client's language. How do you do it? Well, first, we want to resonate with them. We want to relate to them. And we want them to think, wow, that's exactly what I've been thinking. And if you get your ideal client to think that, it's game over and they're going to be reaching out to you wanting to know more about your service. But the real question is, how do we maintain a premium position with our ideal clients? And how do we maintain a premium position with our ideal client while still being able to come down to their level, to relate to them and make the result and life you have attainable, right? You're in great shape. You're being able to track your calories all day and you're able to go and live your life, enjoy, travel while still maintaining great shape. That's what they want. That's the lifestyle. But you want to come back to their level because you can relate to where they are right now, where you once were. An example that I like to use is Andrew Tate, right? Like, yes, he makes his living with all the flashy cars, the beautiful women, be a man like me, you want the lifestyle that I have, and showing off how cool he is. But that isn't how he sells. He sells because he came down from his premium position to relate to his ideal client and then goes back to his premium position again. What I mean by this is he talks about how him and his brother, struggled for a long time, right? They, moved around a lot. They didn't have a lot of money. They struggled to put food on the table and they didn't really start getting that lifestyle they wanted until they were like 27, 28 years old, right? So throughout his content, yes, you're seeing him in this premium position at the top, but then he comes down sometimes where he's relating to his audience, showing his vulnerability and where he started. Then he goes back up to that premium position again, which is what you want to do with your content as well. You want to show that, yes, you're in that premium position because you're in great shape. You live a great lifestyle in regards that you can travel and you can travel, eat good foods, but still stay in great shape. But then you come down and you relate to your audience because you used to be skinny at one point or you used to be overweight at some point. And that's what your audience is going to be able to relate to. So that helps you understanding about how we can come down from that premium position to be able to relate to our audience still. Because it's really annoying when you see like famous people, right? They have all this money, they're doing really, really well in life, but you can't relate to them because it does not look attainable, right? And that's what Andrew Tate and some other people do really, really well. So you need to have done what you are coaching your clients, right? Like it's easy to speak to your ideal client and speak their language if you have done what you say that you do, right? If you were in the position that they once were. Like I said, maybe once you were skinny and then you gained muscle, or you were overweight and now you are shredded. And for myself, it's slightly different because I have more of a consulting agency. I'm not a coach because although I used to be a fitness coach and I did have a bit of an online business, I help fitness coaches who are stuck at 10K a month get to 30K a month, okay? Using the systems that we have because we've helped clients do that. Okay, so I'm teaching people based off the methods we use that we've used with other clients. However, the methods that I use, I've helped do in my agency, but it is a different business model. Okay, like I have been a fitness coach. So you've got to understand that what you're teaching your clients, you need to have done yourself, okay, or done for other people. That's really, really important. So a great way to be able to connect with your audience and be able to speak their language is put yourself back in the position that you used to be. Back when you were really, really skinny, or back where you were overweight. And what were the feelings that you had? What did you struggle with the most? And make a list of all of those. Like literally pause this video, grab a notepad and just write a list down of all the things that you struggled with, like deeply. And that's what you're going to speak about in your content because they are strong pain points that your audience is going to listen to. And then what to do if you haven't been in your ideal client situation before. One thing that you can do is you can relate to them on other core values that you have. And that was struggling with confidence, okay, like internal confidence. So the example I have here is, yes, maybe you were really skinny and gained muscle and you weren't overweight and got shredded, but you can relate to your audience on how you struggled with your appearance and how that affected your confidence and showing up in your day-to-day life. That's another core value that you can relate to your ideal client on. Because although that you haven't been in the same position, you still felt the same way in regards of struggling with confidence. So be able to relate to you on that. The second thing is getting on your sales calls, right? Try and take 100 sales calls, if not more, and use those questions that I've done in some of the previous modules on helping you find those pain points. Keep asking those questions time and time again, all these sales calls, and be really, really specific. Even go deeper on those questions and make a list of what do they keep speaking about, or current clients that you've had. Go back through the sales call recordings that you've got and then study what they said, or previous clients had consultations that you've done. What have they said? What have they struggled with? And then once you have a list of that, that's your ideal client. That's who you can speak to, okay? And yes, you may not have been in that ideal situation, right? Like you didn't struggle with some of the things that they did, but you now know what they did. and then you can learn that and you can speak towards that in your content. And then the third thing is tracking your organic content, right? Is seeing what videos are doing well, what's getting the most views, what's getting the most interactions, who's reaching out to you the most, who's talking about your content, who's sharing your content. You can then get a good understanding of this and go, cool, great. This is what my audience is resonating with. I'm going to speak more about this. Then you start noticing you're getting more views on your video. You're getting more high quality followers. You're getting more high quality followers reach out to you. They're in your DMs more, and you're converting more of them into sales calls, right? And then even converting and closing on those sales calls to growing your business, okay? So this is really, really important with how to speak to your ideal clients through like their language is knowing their pain points, right? Either living what they've done or really taking their time, to study what they've struggled with. Write down a list of all the pain points that your clients have or previous clients have had and use those in your messaging